What's up, creative faces? What's going on? L up here from Creative Sound. We are back again, another live stream, creative number 23, right? I think it's 23. What's going on with everybody? How's everybody doing? Welcome back, Javion. What's up, Devin? Welcome back. Welcome back, Sonny. What's going on? You having troubles reaching the lesson part of Creative You? Let's talk after the stream. I'll get you squared away. No problem. By the way, what course did you buy? I would like to know that. Anyway, this is a live stream, guys, which means that these videos are long, super long. To some, it may be boring because it's all about the process. We going from scratch. In this particular video, we're not necessarily going from scratch, but the things moving forward, I will be going through stuff to help fill the track up. So this is like a continuance of the last stream, which was yesterday. We live streamed and made a beat, and I needed time to regroup my thoughts and get things going. And I had a chance to work on it yesterday a little more, and I haven't heard it ever since I shut it down. So I didn't even play it earlier, nothing like that. So I forgot what it sounded like. So in this case, I have some fresh ears right now, and we'll kind of like hear, where we want to take it. So yeah, so that's what's going on. So you guys that are back that was watching stream yesterday, here's the continuance of that. I really like the beat to the point where I didn't want to like select just anything and put anything in there. That was probably the boring part to some people, but that's the process. That's the process. To some people, gain benefit because they saw my moves and like my, how do I articulate certain things like that. So with that being said, these are live streams. You guys ask questions. I'll answer them the best I can. Hopefully I can get to all of them. And just looking forward to having a great time with you guys, as usual, right? So, EJ, I appreciate that. Ryan, welcome back. I'm in at the beginning. What's up, y'all? That's what's up. Appreciate that. Black Av is back. What's up? Bringing the excitement back. That's great. I love positive energy like that. That's what we're looking for. So, furthermore, if this is not something for you, you can always click off of the video and go to like a trillion other platforms. These streams are dedicated to people who want the help, who is looking for like my workflow and how to do this. You know, just people that's looking for help. You know what I mean? So that's what it's about here. I got to mention those things to certain people because some people just don't get it. Birdman, what's up? What's up? K Bill is back. I appreciate the love. We starting strong. The stream has started strong. Appreciate all the positive feedback. It's a community here. I also want to let you guys know about the links that are in the description area of this video, which are affiliate links. Those links are designed to be helpful to the stream, which means that I have stuff that I use all the time to help me create this workflow, this process, hardware, software, plugins, things like that. It's in the description area of this video. It's affiliate links. It helps me out. It don't cost you anything extra. It's just that you're going through a method where you support me, the stream. You know what I mean? I do the streams free. You guys come on here, ask questions for free. I answer them, and of course, I appreciate any super chats that come through. Those are always welcome. So yeah, absolutely appreciate the fireballs. What's up, Kenny? What's up? Welcome back. Said the process is not boring. I agree. I like watching people in their process, going through like their approach. You know what I mean? And that's what these are. This is the whole point. I mean, to some people it's entertaining, and to some it's, you know, watching me going through 100 snares just to find the right one might be not so entertaining to some people, but that's the process. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely the process, and you know, that's what's going on here. So yeah, I appreciate you guys that sees the value, and we're gonna keep it moving like that. Yeah. What I'm cooking today, I'm continuing the workflow on a track that I started yesterday. And so hopefully we can move forward with that. So that's what we got cooking. Inside of Studio One 5.1, I have the new update, and it's also a great way to show you guys what Studio One 5.1 has to offer. You know, the new things that we're looking at. So I was able to set it up and, you know, use some things that were, you know, new in the update, and kind of show you guys like how that goes and what that looks like. So that's another thing that you know could be taken away from this stream. You making your decision as to if the update is worth it or not. That also, if you guys see that it's worth it, again, there's links in the description area. If you need to update from the professional version, like you already have 4 or 3, you can upgrade to this update. Or if you coming from artists, like the artist version to the professional version, that link is also available in the description area. I appreciate your videos and live streams. Keep doing your thing. I learned a lot from you. That's what's up. Hit that thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up, guys. Appreciate that, K Bill, for pointing that out. Thumbs up on the video. That also helps the channel, the videos, or whatever. You know what I mean? If you taking value from these type of things, then I appreciate a thumbs up. Also subscribe. If you are new here, subscribe. I've been seeing a lot of new faces, so I appreciate everyone that's new, that's been here. Also, some people that are starting to talk for the first time, been following me for a long time, watching the live streams, are actually coming out, and you know, I guess I'm worthy enough to reach the next level of that communication, you know, which is really cool. I like to see that. I like to see that. Birdman, welcome back. You be cooking up that soul food smothered oxtails. I really appreciate all of the positive vibes from you guys. I really do. High frequency right now. Yep, it can be like meditation away from your own process and might learn something. Exactly, exactly. And that's how I learn or take things away. When I'm watching other people's streams, I take some stuff away. If there's something I don't like, I don't really say nothing. It's just I give people space to be them. You know, in my mind, I probably would have done it differently, but I give people that space to do what they do, and I always learn something. That's kind of me. That's how I view things. But other people, it's not that easy for some people. Some people has to say they have to write in the comments or whatever their process and what I should do and what I shouldn't do, and that's the other beauty about music production. This whole creative sound, creative, right? There's many ways to do the same thing. Sometimes there is a longer process to do something that you could do quicker. That's you know, it is what it is. Only strong musical vibes, creative patience, keep cooking. Appreciate it, appreciate it. You was gonna buy a scent today used by Realize. I have a rolling keyboard and I need to start using what I got. Absolutely. Absolutely. That will be the key. If you already have things that you so here's what I would like to say to that. For some of you guys that okay, there's always going to be products, new sounds, new apps, new software, new hardware that comes out. It's going to look flashy. It's going to have lights on there. It's going to have a cool UI. It's going to look colorful. It's going to be just right. It's going to be the way that you would like, things that make you want to work, production wise. And that's kind of like how my setup is. I have things that inspire me. So when I walk past this station every day, it always inspires me to want to come over here and turn on my gear and make something. You know what I mean? So it's pretty cool to have things that inspire you, but at some point you have to have like a cutoff, and just work with what you have. And although that's really nice, that's dope, I like what it do, but I already have things I can use, you know what I mean? Because, this thing about producers always broke. Well, you're not making any money because you're always spending everything you make mixing, producing on new gear, which is nothing wrong with that. If you're trying to build, you got to go and get to a certain point. That's great. But, a lot of us keep buying stuff, keep buying and buying and buying to the point where we overload our station with a bunch of stuff that we don't even use or will probably never get to. And I'm talking about me. I have stuff I forgot I had. You know what I mean? So, speaking from experience, you don't want to just continue buying and buying and buying. You know what I mean? But I get you. I get you, Kenny. Yeah. It's always a good thing to use what you have and see what's going on. Because, the tools inside of Studio One, Ableton, Pro Tools, Logic, whatever you use, are good enough to get you from A all the way to Z, right? It's just all about workflow and what you choose, what vehicle you choose to use to get there, right? In my case, it's Studio One. It's Machine. Machine is great. I love it. It's also a part of the workflow that I'll be showing you guys in just a few. Swagger, thumbs up, thumbs up. What's up? What's up? Everything is well on this end. Everything is good. Say you don't even have a process yet. Absolutely, absolutely. That's what's up. That's what's up. And this is a good thing, which is also the other reason why I go live for people like you. Some people are learning what the process is, and it helps you decide where to go next and what makes sense to you. You know what I'm saying? And if you watch enough of these, then you kind of get the gist of what's going on, and that hopefully go to the next level. That's the goal here. Oxtails, where is that? It's cooking. It's cooking right now. We about to jump in. I appreciate that. You know, I've been doing this for a while, so you know, hopefully you saw improvements. Because me myself, I improved. You know, constantly learning. I'm a student to this game as well. So just like you guys learning from me, I'm a student. I'm learning as well. I never want to get to the point where I know everything and walk around with that shoulder, like you can't tell me anything, you know. So yeah. Bought a TS12 in high school. Yeah. Yeah, some things just, yeah. In that case, it would make sense to upgrade. That would make sense, you know, to upgrade to things that works better with what you have or where we are now digitally. You know what I mean? So, absolutely. Should I get the Atom for use with Studio One 5? What's up, Jay? It depends. It depends. What do you have now? The Atom, if you're looking for a tight integration with Studio One, I say get the Atom. And the Atom is at a decent price. And it does so much. So much. If you working solely in Studio One. I mean, you can use it as a general MIDI device. But yeah, I say why not visit the link in the description, make that purchase, because that helps me. There's a link for the Atom pad, of course. But yeah, I mean, it works great. That would be a smart move, I would think. But if you're on a budget and you already got like a MIDI keyboard, then that's really totally up to you. I see major improvements. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. These are the real fans. The real family is here. It's been rocking with me for a while. They know the vibes. The Atom is a nice piece for Studio One. Black Beast, what's up? Absolutely. I agree. I agree. You went to the Salvation Army. Yeah, I guess it would be worth checking there, but um for something like that, I would think people would sell them on eBay, or you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't imagine anyone throwing the Atom pad in the bag and giving it to Salvation Army. Salvation Army looking at this like, what we gonna do with this? What is this? But you never know. Or the pawn shop. I would probably go to a pawn shop. I don't know what luck you would have, but you just never know. But I mean, that's people do weird things these days, so you just never know. You may walk out your house and somebody dropped it on the curb or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, the Atom pad. Wow. You just never know. You just never know. What's up, Robert? Welcome back. And found the book called Film, TV, Music Guide. That's what's up. UGN. I have been on the Machine Plus for 3 days. I would like to do a video as far as camera to record. I have an iPad Pro. Is it enough to drop some info that I have not seen yet covered? Yeah, I think so. I would think so. Yeah, I would think so. Yeah, I mean, I feel like whatever camera you have, as long as you have good lighting. Like right now, what you guys see, you guys probably see my light like go in and out. That's because I'm using daylight right now, and it's kind of going in and out, so it's going to get darker and lighter. But as long as you have good lighting in your space, clear picture, I think that would be ample enough. Now, if you're trying to show the Machine Plus like sounds and things like that's coming from it, then you would have to figure out how to get those sounds out so that it can come through the system. Or you could use the camera, speakers, whatever, the mic on the camera. People still do that these days. So, I mean, as long as it's clean, it's clear, people can see what's going on, and your editing, you don't have to be like a master editor. Yeah, I think that would be fine. Just depending on like what you're going for. But yeah, that'll work. That would definitely work. That would be very useful. I think that your video will get a nice amount of views because the Machine Plus is hot right now, and new content is always useful. So I think you'll do well in that aspect. Bro, your work inspires me. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I see you going hard. I try these days. How many cams you use? I see you have multiple positionings. I have several cameras. And those cameras got added to the list based on what I would like to show. And then also I bought certain cameras to for the purpose of videography, doing B-roll work, stuff like that. So I have several cameras that I use. So like right now I have 2 connected, but those 2 may not get shown. It just really depends on what I got going on. I also utilize the camera on my cell phone. So if I need to show y'all something real quick, I can just pop a cord in and get my camera going and show y'all something real quick because I don't have a close-up somewhere. So, my setup is flexible in the way that I need to, depending on what I'm doing. Um, so yeah, it just depends. It depends. Camera angle, placements, lighting, that type of stuff. You said I had a link for. I don't use OBS. I used to when I started streaming. Like, actually, when I started streaming, I was using Google Plus. No, Google Hangouts. That's what it was. I was using Google Hangouts. That's how I got started. And then I discovered OBS, and then started using that. And um, it was always a headache trying to get the settings to work. OBS came a long way. Like, it's pretty cool now, but you still got to go in, you know the settings and things like that. But I no longer use OBS. I use Ecamm, which is only available to Mac users, which is available. There's a link to that. So if you're a Mac person, there's a link available to that in the description area. Affiliate link, of course, if you are interested in streaming. But I'm gonna do a video on that. I will do a video on that. I've been dragging my feet, but I will do a video on that. And basically, that takes the thought process out of it, and you just set up your scenes. You set up your, plug in your camera angle. I also have a switcher that I'm using that I'm able to switch back and forth. It makes it easier for me. So I have Ecamm and adjacent to a switcher, and I can change angles or just all types of crazy stuff. This is the type of stuff I do daily, or like as a professional audio visual technician as well. So a lot of those things are things that I do is, music production is not all that I do. So I guess I have to like show you guys like the inside, like how all this stuff works. And I've been through a lot through the years. Internet connections and like knowing how much speed you need to push out streams. Yeah, it's yeah, it's been quite a journey. So I say, like, lately I haven't had those issues like I used to have, which is the reason why I have Ecamm. So have I ever used sound modules with the MK3? No, I have never done that. I have never done that before. I don't have any. If you're talking about hardware, no, I don't have any of that. However, I dabble here and there around with Reactor, which has like sound module type emulation in there. But as far as like plugging in like CV or no, I haven't did any of that. Any tips for placements? EI companies understand if it's a hush. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I can't say who I'm registered with due to contractual agreement. However, I don't remember who is. I have to. It have to come to me. But there are several companies out here that you can send placements to. But first, you gotta make something that's worth a placement. That's the first thing. And then it's always this right here is free. It's always worth posting snippets of your work on Instagram, Twitter, and I'm really like really Twitter. I'm really specifying Twitter because that's where a lot of music supervisors live. And like if you got a Facebook account, that's great, but you're not gonna have that much of a luck on Facebook. Facebook is like a family and friends connection. That's not you're not gonna move forward with Facebook. I'm hardly on Facebook actually, but I do get work from people because I do something for someone, a mix or whatever, and then someone else find out about it, and it's like word of mouth, like, yeah, and then they, that type of thing. But if you serious, then you will have an Instagram account because that's public. You want to make your accounts public Twitter, it's also public, using tags, tagging your things. YouTube is another way. You know what I mean? So stuff like that to push your sound out there, and sometimes they approach you, because that's what happened to me. That's how I got the deal that I got. I was approached because of the sound I was constantly pushing, and you know, and then as you go along, you find unique deals and connections with other people, also word of mouth, stuff like that. So first things first, make sure you have a dope picture, on your profile, you know, nothing blurry, clean, clear, and post your work. Be persistent. I don't know about that link. I don't remember that. You have to refresh my memory, or you may have got me mixed up with someone else. But um, it's possible that I have a link that can do this. I don't know. I don't remember. How did you feel? How did you feel your first video? Um, I don't know if that's a typo, or I don't know what are you trying to say, or are you saying how did I film my first video? So yeah, you just have to clarify that. So all I would say, trash people trash forced it took a year for the update, and I with plus after updates in the future, you can't trash it with, and we don't know what they have planned. Yeah, right. Don't trash it yet. Let's see. Hey, was about to say don't crash down on luck. I got my MK3 on the way. Yeah, if you have an MK3, or you still purchasing the MK3, I think that's great value still to this day, even though the plus is out. Because right now it's just the plus is only for people who want to be mobile. If you're not mobile, then don't buy the plus. It don't make sense to spend 13, 14, $1,500 on a device, and it's gonna just sit there on your desk. You know, that's only made for people who are moving around. They want to always constantly, make beats, whatever. That's the whole goal behind that. Because at the end of the day, the MK3 and the Plus does the same exact thing. Same exact thing. Now, the Plus is obviously optimized just a little bit more. Like the buttons may have a power button on in the front, because I think that's how you power on that thing, versus a button in the back of it, like the MK3, stuff like that. The Plus has wireless capabilities where you can download updates and like stuff, sounds, whatever, from wireless network. It's pretty cool to that extent. But I have wireless on my computer, Wi-Fi on my computer, and my hard drives are connected to my computer. So, I per se I'm not really missing anything. I didn't get one. Native Instruments didn't send me one, because there was a short batch of them due to, you know, everything that's going on, shortage and things like that. So I wasn't on that list to get one. If they send me one, then of course I'll do videos on it. But at the moment, I'll continue doing what I do here, hitting on stuff, the MK3. So if you bought the Plus, if I'm talking about the MK3, you still get the same information. You know what I mean? because at the end of the day, it's going to be about workflow, and the workflow on both platforms, hardware to hardware, software, it's the same thing. It talks all software. It's funny because I did a one-on-one session like a couple of days ago with a student that had the MK2. I still have the MK1. I had to go search for this joint, but this is the MK1. I still got it, and thank God that I did not sell this thing. I told y'all, like, people was asking me to sell it, and I'm like, no, I'm not selling this. I'm keeping this. And just the other day, I was able to do a one-on-one session and go step by step with them on how to play, how to do things on the machine. And the machine MK1, all of them are still supported. Like, you can still move around with the old versions of machines, which is pretty amazing. Yeah, Ecamm is in the link in the description, so you can click on that and find out more details. As long as you have a Mac. Yeah, it's only for Macs though. That's the thing. I don't know what's available for PCs that works similar. I have a client that I'm helping stream. She's using, I think, StreamYard because she has a PC. That's pretty easy. That's probably the easier route. And everything is on the computer. You don't have to work. You don't have to go behind the curtains to deal with settings or whatever. You just connect your camera and that's it. Man, y'all hot right now. I didn't even get to my session. It's like the QA just flare like fire. How did you feel making your first video? Okay. Well, at the time when I made my first video, are you talking about like for YouTube? At the time, I thought I was okay. But looking back now at what I did previous, I'm like, oh my God, that is so awful. But at that time, it was cool. And it was around what most people were doing. So I bought like a $600 camera that I thought was going to give me that, but I learned that lighting is important. And, as over the years, I just learned different things, and I've obviously upgraded from that camera to something a whole lot better that can handle 4K, 5K. But YouTube only can see 1080. Well, it can see 4K, but typically, 1080 is still kind of what's up. Can't stream past 1080, I'll tell you that. But I mean, how I feel about it now, I mean, I'm glad I did it. It was like one of those I started it, started streaming or posting videos, and it got me to here, all the way until this point. So obviously looking at my videos now, it looks like 12 times better than before. MK3 do the same thing as without your PC. Right. But it depends. It depends. And you are correct. The workflow is there. It's the same. It's the same exact thing. But it just really boils down to if you want to be mobile or not. There are limitations with the Plus, obviously, because you won't have your full library. Like, for instance, I have Complete 13 Ultimate, the Composer Edition, the Collector's Edition. You can't put all that stuff on the Plus. You're only going to get the optimized versions of certain amount of instruments. Massive is on there, which is dope, but you only have massive. You don't have massive X. You see what I'm saying? So there's something else you a lot of guys got excited like, yeah, Massive's on here, but you don't have Massive X. You have the regular Massive. So but I mean, it's that's probably not even worth mentioning. It just depending on you, your workflow, what you trying to achieve, I guess. You are limited in ways on the memory. Yeah, man. So I'll definitely do a video letting the community know, you know, maybe title your video something like before you buy the Machine Plus, watch this video, something like that. Letting people know the perks, and if this is something you want to dive into, then go ahead and spend that $1,500. But here was what's up. To me, in my opinion, I thought like the plus was. I see the thing I thought, and it may come out the next machine, but if it came out with with a way to connect the external hard drive to it, that way you can bring all of your stuff with you, then that would have been dope. I don't know if that's going to be something in the update where they say, hey, you can use one of these USB ports and plug in your hard drive or whatnot. Because it's only so big you can do with the SD card slot. I don't know, but yeah, everybody can't teach you. You have the knowledge and the demeanor and patience for this. We all appreciate you. I appreciate that, Sony. Real talk. Real talk. Good vibes. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and that's what's up. We're gonna go ahead and dive into it. We started the stream super strong. You guys came in with great and positive vibes. I really appreciate it. So we're gonna move on to the paint canvas, open it up, and it's also worth mentioning that we can also continue this conversation, guys, inside the Discord group. So join the Discord. The link is in the description. It's probably closer to the bottom. It's going to say K-Sound. No, it's going to say kreatve.com/Discord. Well, that's actually the link right there. Kreatve, KREATVE.com/Discord. If you didn't catch that, just go to the description area and click the link and join the Discord, and we can continue this conversation. If you got further questions, support, that type of thing, we can talk about it there. Sharing videos. We also share back and forth sounds, like you guys like doing sound design, or I don't know, just whatever you want to share. We do that there as well. Critiquing your beats or whatnot. It's a community. It's just like this, just on Discord, where we continue to talk, and whoever has the knowledge, chime in. It's a family. It's a community. You know what I'm saying? We're just building it strong on this end. So that's what's going on in the Discord. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's a great point there. All right, let's shift gears. So here in Studio One 5.1, here's the real work, the real world production workflow. So once again, I have not heard this song since last night. I did a little bit more work to it. If you guys wanted to hear like what I was working on previously, then you have to just click on the creative session episode 22 and kind of hear what we came up with or whatever. It's a long video, and I didn't go that far on it, but I felt like I needed to revisit the song, and so here is what it sounds like. right. So there was a couple things that I'm hearing that didn't save. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and continue working on this. So this is what we came on with. I like this better than what I was doing yesterday. I had to reevaluate some drums and just different things. So just to explain what I was able to do right now, or, what I did last night. So I'm using the new. First of all, I'm using the new where I'm able to see the ranger and the chords down at the bottom. So I can just like resize this here, and you know what I'm saying. I can work from here, or I could pop this window out somewhere, and I can see my chords and like the range of where I am. So that's a pretty cool workflow right there. I'm glad that they implemented that. So I had to bring in the big guns for this one because the piano sound is coming in, and I kind of use it like I would use scalar too. So I had to bring in my easy keys to program like this realistic piano sound. That's where the piano come from. And all I did here was I just, set up the notes, the chord progressions, and the piano player followed those progressions, and I just bounced, exported the MIDI onto one of my, where is it? I exported the MIDI here, and into my contact here. Let me bring over contact right quick. As you guys can see, I use contact religiously. It's like I can't do this thing without it. So I'm using Alicia Keys piano, and I stacked that with this Nora felt to kind of give me more bottom or more weight, right? I'm also using Fairlight for some of the effects. I have to dive a little bit more into this thing because oh my God, this thing is amazing to me. I was like, wow, I didn't know that these type of things were in here. So I have Fairlight coming in as one of those effects to help bring the song in. But what I did was I routed my Alicia Keys and my Nora the same. They're on the same channel, so I don't have to duplicate that. And I have it coming out of one of these channels that I labeled, but somehow it didn't save. So wow, this might be like I don't know what happened. This is supposed to be, yeah, I remember labeling that piano. I don't know what the deal is with that. But yeah, they coming out, and yeah, that's how I know that's something I put in here. But anyway, so that's how I did that. And then of course Machine is in here, right? Using clips. That's how I'm able to like just do what I got to do or whatever in a linear workflow. I don't have to worry about setting up scenes or anything like that. So it's definitely workable. All right. What else did I do? I kind of changed the bass line up a little bit to reflect what I was doing. This chord track is helping me guide me to like what's going on here. So even if you're not using the chord track to like change the chords physically, because you could do that. You could set your track up to follow the chords, like here, follow chords. You know what I mean? And it'll definitely do that. In some places, I'm not doing that, but it's just great to see what's going on. So the song is also in the key of G minor. So stuff like that. Let me see what else I got going on here. Let me put my mixer back in here because I keep hitting this button. All right, so we're just gonna keep working on it. I'm started from the start. Johnny Tate, what's up? Hey, can you help me with drum patterns and melodies if you have time, please? Thanks. Absolutely. Something else I could do for you, if you're looking for a one-on-one session, you can reach out to me that way, and we can get something started where I can like specifically tailor like tailor the that moment to you specifically, and all the questions you may have. We could definitely set that up. Here is my email in case you feel like that's something you want to do. Also, I'll do the best I can on this stream. If you just follow what I'm doing, you can kind of get an idea of what's going on, but you know, that's one way of doing it. But yeah, if you want to take it to the next level, here's my email. It's spelled correctly. It's spelled weirdly, so you know, pay attention. Some people would just type in Kevin like they're just type it and then won't send me an email. Creative spelled different as well, so just like take it KEVNELIB at creative.com. Creative is spelled KREATVE. So just to point that out there. All right. Oh, so I use Anna 2. Yesterday, and I bounced it down. I was having issues with it. I don't know what was going on, but I was able to open it up again here and change the preset. So that's what it's doing now. So combined with my piano, I was like, oh my God. So it opened up new possibilities. Right. So when I'm building drum patterns, the goal is to keep it really simple, not doing too much. Add like fillers here, like ear candy type stuff to kind of like, you know, in it out each ear, that type thing to kind of help like move the production forward. When you're picking drums, you definitely want to go for something that hits in the beginning. And that's what I didn't do yesterday. I was going for like just drums just to put it in, and it's like, this is not moving me. And so I had to take a moment and kind of go through some kicks and snares and you know, yeah, so yeah. Branding. It's all about branding. It's all about branding. All right. I know right here, I wanted to add then did that record? Let me see. Okay, it recorded. So I did feel like that this section was too short. I want to extend that, so we're going to go ahead and extend that. So that's 9 to 17. Make that a little longer, and let me do it like this. This is probably the verse, actually. Let's change up the colors a little bit, you know. All right, so based on that, I need to move these clips here. Now, this is the thing about these clips. It is not easy. Yeah, it is not easy moving them. It's easy moving them, but you got to move them one by one. That's kind of what I'm saying. It's kind of like I can't select them all. So I guess you guys gonna watch me. I think these are doing the same exact thing, actually. But just in case it's not, I'm just gonna go each of them, extend it. If you started your project off using scenes, then that's the best way to do this. Let's get that in there. And or don't change it. That always works too. So, okay, I need to get this one all the way back here. Yep. And this one, I could probably just duplicate that. But while I'm right here, I might as well just drag it over. Now this one right here is kind of hard. Or I could, yeah, that makes it easy for me to get the placement right. And I think that's it. It's almost the same as like moving stuff over inside the DAW. So that, that linear style workflow. All right, let's test that. Let's see. Okay. I don't want Fairlight to come in yet. Okay. That's cool. Save. All right. Do I like working in Machine more over doing it in Studio One with multi-out setup? Just curious, different workflows work better for different people. For me, it just depends. It depends on what I'm doing. I think I can come into the hook a lot better. But yeah, so like for me, working, you could definitely achieve the same thing in Studio One. You could definitely stay in Studio One and do everything you guys see me doing. Absolutely. I like working with the machine because, first of all, it's already been a part of my workflow since day one. I've already showed this before. Like I had this since I was in Logic, and I love the sounds in there that comes with it, and it was definitely a workflow. Like it was definitely a learning curve, and then when I learned it, I was like, oh man, this is amazing. So I have this thing, or I bought this thing to like do things really quick, instead of going in Logic, or I can use it in conjunction with Logic. In this case now, Studio One, and like it I don't know. Like I understand what you're saying. Like everybody's different. Like why would you need both of them? And I get that question. I just like working that way. Like I can create this whole thing in using or the MK3. I can do either or. It doesn't really matter. But I like both of the workflows. With this ecosystem, it's like it's like it advances me. It is more advanced, if that makes sense. It puts me in a place where it's like, oh yes. It's also a machine. It's a beat machine, and so I get to bang out stuff on it, and it talks to Studio One like it has some type of integration with Studio One, so it's pretty cool. I like it. Stuff like note repeat on there real quick, but see these things I was doing on this here before the Atom pad came out, the Atom SQ, and now they put note repeat on that. You know what I mean? Yeah, the ecosystem to me it made sense to me for what I do. So that's why I use it. And it's printed in my workflow. It's I have to have both of them to work side by side. That's just me. That's just me. So like right now, I'm able to hit play on the machine and start the music. I forgot I probably had another key. Yeah. Yeah, so it's getting better. I love the machine. Just can do all of the bouncing and MIDI, recording MIDI in the studio. Now, as far as like routing, I don't really route in machine. That's not my style. I don't really care for routing. What I do is I mix in the machine. I mix it down in stereo. There are cases where I have to route. There are cases. I've done that several times, but I usually don't. I don't see a reason to. The only thing that I do like massive routing with is contact. Contact is what takes the cake as far as like routing, or impact. But when we talking about native instrument stuff, I do all of my massive routing with the contact, not the machine. I don't really do that. I don't care to have separate kick on its own channel, snare on its own channel. Now with audio, or working with impact or just like bouncing things in place, yeah, of course, that's great. I have control over that. But with machine, because it's so difficult to route, like I don't do that. You could set it up like a preset and have it. You can set it up like a template and have it like the routing already set or whatever. But see, the thing is, once you go and you start putting in new stuff, like sometimes I like to go to a group and put in 16 sounds at one time. Actually, they changed something where you don't necessarily have to change the routing when you bring in them, but it's just. But see, the thing is here, you guys understand MIDI, right? MIDI is only 16 channels. That's the other thing. That's the other reason why I don't route in machine. MIDI can only handle up to 16. Contact, when you route, it only can handle up to 16 per instance, that is. And I don't use several instances of machine. That was a question I got one time. Like, that don't make sense. Don't use several instances. That's you killing yourself when you do that. Don't do that. Machine can only talk to one thing at a time. And you will confuse things. I'm not saying there's not a way. I've never tried that. I don't have a reason to. I just learn how to use one instance to do whatever I need to do, which is why I like the route in contact instead of have several instances. But anyway, in machine, bro, right now, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 7 groups up in machine. 16 times 7 is what, right? How would I route all of that out? That's impossible. So I don't spend a lot of time routing that. That's just me. Now, if you guys can throw stuff in the machine and only use 16 patterns, 16 pads, limit yourself that way, that's great. But I use more than 16 pads in machine. Like, I use machine. Like, I use that thing. You probably using the thing like old school. Like, I don't get into that. Oh, it's all good. It's all good. Yes, the note repeat is awesome, but can also do it on the track in Studio One. Absolutely. Yeah. I do, and I do like how to. I do like the note repeat in Studio One. Like, you could do it on the keyboard, and the set up note repeat is at the bottom. As a matter of fact, it's really cool actually. So some of you guys that are just using like Studio One, you just come down here at the bottom and open this section up, and here's your. Let me get rid of this. Your note repeat window, and when you make it active and key remote, you can open up your keyboard. So that means any keyboard you're using, you open it up to, as long as you just gotta make sure you are that pad or whatever note that you want. You select that first, or you can change it here, and then it'll note repeat for you, which is cool. I do like that. It's really cool. Upgrading from Studio One 4 to 5. What are the best parts of 5 in increasing the workflow? That's a good question. That's a good question, and I feel like you missed a lot on this channel. We cover quite a bit of content in that regard, but from 4 to 5, there are some major improvements. I have a couple of videos that I went a little deep into that. But real quick, so like this right here. This reads the CPU usage, which looks like these are killing. Like, they look like like little stuff like that. Let me see. It looked like those are killing, but okay. I'm only at 22% with everything. So about, I don't know, 33, 35, I'll say 40% with everything. Okay. Yeah, so of course, as you can see here, we can see the routing, collapse this or whatever, whatnot. You can switch the view here and see the routing as well. Where is it? These also have meters on here, stuff like that. If you're talking about from 4 to 5, you probably missed this part where we now have scenes. We can recall scenes. So I can create one right now and say, I don't know. Call it stream updates. And these will print or copy the presets, like my mixes. So if I change a mix, or a plugin or something like that, just make a new one. It's like a snapshot. It snapshots everything, and you can go back and forth and recall. So that is something worth looking into. Stuff like that. There's a lot of things under the hood. I'm just trying to think. I briefly talked on this signature deal here, but this time signature being it's like time signature and the key of the song. If you guys are into changing key signatures or whatever, and that's for, like, I would say that would be more so for like orchestral music, which is what I do sometimes. That is a significant. That's really dope. Ooh, I am curious to see what this looks like. So this is the piano part. So let me switch to score. So we have score. In 4, you don't have this. Yeah, so I'm really interested in seeing how this looks. Wow. Check that out. That's crazy. Right, so now I can switch things up. Have like a few pages all at the same time. I can see my treble clef and my bass clef. It's right there. So my bass staff here, and then my treble. The song is in G minor. I could probably relabel that if I want to. These type of things that you can do. You can also print this from here. Or you can have a one sheeter. So there's a rest. So I'm resting for, what's that? 25 bars. And then we come here on 25. So that's the score. The pattern editor received a lot of updates since then. This is not the pattern, but this is new. Like in the update, the 5.1, everything is now colored. No, well, that's not the update either. But in patterns, everything is colored. Like if I was to switch that to patterns, then it'll be different. I don't want to switch that to patterns. I don't want to mess that up because patterns is set up a little different. I don't remember if patterns was introduced to us in 4 or 5. I don't remember, but no, it was introduced to us in 4. But patterns has gotten better. Retrospective record. We have retrospective record now. You don't have that in 4, but it's here. So, that might be something worth looking into. It just really depends. You get the machine just to put the libraries in Impact. And to each his own. To each his own. Yep, that's what I would do. Template in Studio One for Machine. You're also thinking about getting Atom SQ. What are your thoughts about this? I think it's great. I think that's a great investment, and it's worth the money. Might I add? People ask that a lot. Yes, it's worth the money because of what it does. I've done various videos on that. So if you want to like poke around on the channel and look at what I got, for, in terms of that. But yeah, I think it's worth it. I think that's a good one. That's a good one. Do you have a video explaining routing? I haven't figured it out yet. Yes, I do. I did a video a long time ago, and it's still valid because the routing never changed. But it was it was in the earlier machine software version, but again, it's still valid. So you can just search for videos on my channel. Like if like on this channel, you can go to the videos, like click on the videos. There's a video tab, and there's a search on the channel itself, not the main YouTube channel. I mean YouTube page. Like there's a search on there for like just typing in for general, but there's also a search for the actual channel. You can search for stuff like videos on people's actual channel. So you just go to video, and then there's like another search bar like listed below that in there within the videos, and you just search machine routing or whatever you're looking for. Studio 1.3. I don't know if you're still working in there, or I covered so many topics. I also have a playlist of stuff. I have a Studio 1.3 playlist full of stuff I've shared. There's also a Studio 1.4 playlist. 5 I started. There's not much in there yet, but you know, as we go, I'll be putting more videos, and then that'll build up as well. But yeah, you can search for whatever. Yeah, I did touch on that. So just search for that. Blueski, yo, what's good? This stream just turned into a chat, a QA joint, because everybody's just in here. I have to drag and drop from Miles and Machine to Studio One, because when I export it in Machine, it expands all the tracks that I don't need. There used to be a button that says you used to be able to click it and say delete unused pads or something like that. It depends on what you're doing, actually. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, but they used to be, you know, maybe they took that button out, but it used to be a button that says like you can export all the stems, and it only give you what is active, what machine is currently hearing, and mute or don't export the ones that you're not using. But I don't do it often, so you know, I don't remember what's there or not. Yeah. If you're still in 4.6, 5 is totally, well, then again, it it depends on what you're doing. If you it depends on what you're doing. Like if you're a mix engineer, well, I couldn't even say that now, because I feel like Studio One 4.0, every update in 4.1 I think was a producer thing. Everything in 3.0 I think was a mixer thing. So it's like all those updates was dedicated to mixers in 3. And 4 came out, it was like, oh, because in 4 we got the integration with Native Instruments keyboard, the DAW control. So now I can hit start, stop, you know what I mean, on the keyboard now, and don't have to like switch anything, scroll back and forth, and I can mix on the keyboard. I can see my levels here with no problem. So yeah, 4.0 is like a producer thing, but 5 I think is like a mixture of everything, because there's support. They even more support for the Atom Pad in there. There's some stuff that talks to mix engineers. Yeah, it's like an overall improvement. The score being in there or enhancing the score for composers. I like to see them attack the video. The video is still basic. I would like to be able to scrub back and forth in Studio One. See, right now I'm not able to scrub. Like, see, when I click here, I can't scrub. There's no scrubbing. There is no scrubbing. Now I could scrub using using my if that is the way of scrubbing. I can do that using the control on my keyboard or the IO station or the fader port, you know. But this is very important for like video production. If I'm making music to a film, I want to be able to, you know, do certain things for video. Yeah, it's very basic right now. Now we do have the option to. Now I did like the fact that they added the support for like when we do stuff in here, bring in a video, and we can't export the video out of Studio One. Stuff like that is really dope. I don't remember if that. Yeah, I think that's in 4.6. Probably. I don't know. Really dope. What's up? Oh yeah, in 4.6, yeah, you don't have the show page. The show page, all of that stuff is new in 5.0. Also, Sphere is new. That's not for 4. I mean, you can get an account with Sphere with 4, but I'm telling you, some things you're not gonna be able to do because Sphere is what unlocks Studio One. It allows you to do some really cool things moving forward. Like the other thing is key switches. Like that right there, to me, that's important for what I do because these type of instruments that I use, there are key switches in here. Meaning at lower octaves, I can change the articulation of an instrument, like strings, for instance, or brass. You know, going from staccatos to legatos to plucks or sustains or stuff like that. And there's key switches in here. There is a button that I have to get to. I think it depends on the instrument. Yeah, here we go. See, right here. Right there is my key switches. If anybody care about that, but basically I can program my key switches in here, meaning that once I do that, they won't be touched. So, oftentimes we go in and say we want to change all of the MIDI notes to go octave low, octave higher, or just selecting a certain amount of MIDI notes. Oftentimes, you may also select what you put in place as your key switches. You don't want to change your key switches. You don't want the instrument switching articulations. You just want to change the notes. So with this here, you put it in place. Okay, I had one and it's not reading, but you put one in place and it makes it kind of gives it kind of grades it off here. It grades it off in here. So like this section might be your key switches. It grade it off. So that means when I select all of these notes, I'm only going to select those notes and not the key switches. That to me is dope. That was a really dope thing. Okay, Tate, I see your message. You say you're not getting through. Okay, let me copy that right quick, and I'll just make a note of that right quick. Yeah. I'll make a note of that right quick, and I'll reach out to you later on. Or you could have just joined the Discord and gave and that's sorry for putting your email out there, but you did put it on the stream. uh Many of the key switches have been mapped as well in the cloud to download from other users. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. See, stuff like that is really cool. So stuff like contact is never going anywhere. So it's like you can just download the key switches from other people that created them. That works. Um, so everybody doing the Lord's work. 5.1 is nice. Is note repeat as easy to do in SQ as it is on the Atom? Yeah, you can. Yeah, there's a function on here where it takes you to note repeat, arpeggiator, and you could turn the strip in the middle to pitch bend. You can make it note repeat. You can, what else can you do with it? I think you can modulate with it. So the touch strip in the middle, like you can change the settings on there. So it makes the thing pretty customizable. When I heard about personas for the first time, they were about to release version 3. That's how far back. Wow. Yeah, I was introduced to Studio One 2. They were in a second version, and I kept my eyeball on it. It looked at dinosaurs to me. I just was not compelled at that moment, but I seen people doing great work in there, and the workflow people was loving. I'm like, okay, maybe I just need to change my mindset and just look at what it has to offer and be able to like work in there. And then 3.0 came out. I was like, oh yes, time to dive in. And ever since then, yeah. Ion, you said isn't still in 1:1 ratio for routing. Yeah, like I say, those of you guys that like you have any questions or whatever, I post my email a few times. Also, you can join the Discord family and we can continue these conversations, to get further help. I'm in there and I'm checking there like every day. So that's a great community, guys, to be a part of. Having a kid makes you fall off. I get it. I get it. I totally get it. Nothing against you though. It was just having fun right now. It seemed like a lot of people started using S1 when Teddy Riley was using it. And then this dude went back to Cubase. I tried Cubase. I have it. Just I can't gel with it. Am I using OBS to stream? No, I'm not. I'm using Ecamm. The link is in the description. What I'm using. Ecamm is only available for Macs though, so keep that in mind. Would like to set up mine for other purposes. Yeah. I'm gonna do a video on it, guys. It's too many of you guys asking about this stream thing, so I'm gonna do a video and show y'all my setup and how I got things working. But yeah, to start. There's links in the description area, so I encourage you guys to visit those. Also, buy a shirt. You know, get your wardrobe up and get creative. You know, appreciate that. Yeah. That's the thing. Got me workflow. Yep. At the end of the day, it's all about workflow. Workflow. That's the main thing. That's the main thing. Yeah. So to this question, I think the fact that he went back to Cubase, he probably not saying nothing because it's like you know may feel ashamed that he did all this Studio One stuff and then he went back because he started out in Cubase. So um, yeah, 5.1 has implemented what I wanted since I moved from Cubase 9 years ago. Retrospective MIDI, right? We got it now, right? It was a while. It took him a bit. You should try out the new Slate VSX headphone system. It has changed my world. Yeah, I think I will someday. Someday I will. So thanks. I'm kind of struggling with which one to get, Atom or SQ. I like the pad layout of the Atom and the ease to do stuff. The SQ seems to have more steps to do the same thing. Well, the SQ the SQ has it depends. The SQ have more steps to do the same thing based on what you're trying to achieve because it's very customizable. And this here, if you looking for a keyboard layout and you looking for a way to change this thing to only like you can put scales on here and it will only show you the scales in that scale, the notes that are involved in that scale, and you can change your roots, your root notes in here. You can customize the strip here. You can also put this in drum mode where it makes sense. Like the top row will be uh one color, the next row will be another color, like in impact or whatever. It's also pretty cool for step sequencing, like when you convert something to a pattern, just the way that it works, like a timeline. For that purpose, this thing also controls Studio One. It does more. It's probably more steps because it does more. It's more smarter. But if you are just want to bang on the pad and get beats going, then go for the Atom. But if you need something to actually, create chords as well, instead of having a big MIDI keyboard, then the SQ makes sense. So it just really depends. There's also a screen on there. There's a screen that you can see what you're doing. You can also um there's also a user preset page on here. It's up to 4 pages, so you can set like quick. You can also set macros on here, not just key commands. Like you can set macros, meaning macros. You can set macros to do 10 things all in one press. Set that up and that's press of a button. You could do that obviously on the Atom pad as well, but you have a screen that you can see what it is. Like it tells you, oh, so you want to edit in Melodyne, okay? Or you want to delete double notes, okay? You want to split that grid. I set those to the screen and I look at it. On the Atom pad, you got to remember what everything is. You know what I'm saying? But if that's not hard for you, then okay, great. Like if so it's just really it just boils down to workflow and what you would rather see. Um, Getting both of them works as well. I have both of them. plug them up at the same time. Then you have best of both worlds right there, you know? So I use Atom when I want to pretend I'm beat by Jack. That's what's up. Amazing guy, by the way. I prefer the Atom over the SQ. That's great. That's great. You are allowed to prefer one thing over another. With the Atom is still popular. It's still hot. I got a nice little skin for it too. Don't you hate when that happens? Get my camera back. But here's the Atom pad. Yeah, cool little skin for it. You know what I'm saying? I think that's cool. You know, you could do stuff like that. It'd be cool if I could do it to the SQ. I'm pretty sure there's going to be some that comes out pretty soon, if it's not in the store already. But yeah, that, you know, that's what's up. I use the Atom. It's pretty accurate. It's great because it controls Studio One. It's great. But I use the machine more because of that workflow. You know, the machine has, like, I have a bunch of favorites and kits I bought over the years and stuff like that. It's like it's a different kind of beast. It's like a whole production in one. It can talk to contact. Yeah. But yeah, I plug it up to Studio One all the time. Well, not often, but you get what I'm saying. All right, so back to the beat. Back to the beat. You say you use the Machine Studio. The Machine Studio sitting right behind me. I have them all except for the MK2. So I got the MK1, and then I went and got the Machine Studio, and now the MK3. I want to see maybe the scratch pad will work for what I'm about to do. I don't know. Let's redo that. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to. Okay. How about we just copy? Oh, that always works. I thought that's what I was doing. So now I'm in Scratchpad because I want to test out something right quick. My machine is not going to be on board because I have to set it up to do that. But I'm thinking, like, if I take this and duplicate that, I just want to see what it sounds like. So So huh. I think I might like that. I'll just have to find a way. Okay. Okay. All right. That works. So I think I'll do the same. I'll do the same. Actually, there is a way to copy this back over, I think. I think you could do that. Let me see. I'm gonna select all of these and okay. I thought it was a way to do that, but maybe not. Duplicate shared. Yeah, I thought you could do that. Huh, maybe that's wishful thinking. But it was very simple what I did. So I'm gonna copy that. I got rid of the piano and the bass. So for this hook, I'll call it a pre-hook then. That's what we'll do there. Let me grab my machine back and I think the way that I'm moving, I might have to go ahead and put a scene in here to make it much easier to move the stuff around the machine. Let's increase. Let's make that bigger so I can see better. Can I move a sequence to a pattern? Absolutely. Absolutely. You can definitely do that. I think I'll just go ahead and show y'all since I kind of talked about it already. Let me find a good space to do that. Let me find. I'll set it up. I'll set that up. I could probably do that in the pre-cook because I'm gonna do something a little different right there. So at bar 25, we're gonna have to make this. I'm gonna have to insert a scene. Let's just create a new one. Let's undo that. It's putting the scene in the wrong spot. I don't think I can do that because this will have to be extended. Okay. Oh, I think I know why it's doing that. I think I know. What the heck? Now that's different. That's different. Okay, okay. I think I can add one now. I have to switch it to the clip. Insert scene. Insert clips. It still does it. It's not what I wanted to do. Okay, let me try this. I'll just try this. Yeah, that's the thing. You got to make a decision, like which. I ain't gonna worry about that. All right, so we're just gonna take this here and copy that. I'm just gonna copy this. Whatever, we started doing it already, so whatever. Let's copy that over there. All right. So now, let's see. Give me a second. I'm gonna set that pattern joint up. Let's see what's going on. All right. Okay. Let's come back. Let's get this. So I'm thinking if I delete this kick, let's see what that sounds like. Ooh. I like that. Yeah. That's what we'll do. That's dope. Yes, yes, yes. All right, so now, for the sake of the question that came in, I can show you. What is this one doing? This one is, so this impact sound, it's not even on. Let's unmute it. Okay, so because that's there, I'm not really using it, so I can mess with that one. I can mess that up. Let me just find where this is. Okay, I got this one coming out of 2. Right. So what I did here, as usual, you would like program it here, right? You could be in either view, drum view or this view, doesn't matter. But if I want to send this out to patterns, you can convert part to pattern from here, or you can do that on the SQ. So I'll convert this to pattern, and now we have patterns here. Right? So what it did was it shortened it halfway because it's all about resolution at this point. We can open these parameters up here. And if I want it to be as long as what I had before, like to fill this whole section out, I'll have to actually switch. Like right now it says 64 steps. I will probably have to say 128, I believe. So I don't think you can do that there. Oh, that's nice. I think I noticed the change. That's pretty cool. So instead of changing it from here, you could, no, I'm in a different view. That's why. That's probably why. I'll just say that. So you can only go up to 64. Okay. But you can always duplicate it. You could say duplicate variation. No, I don't want to do that. That's not what I want to do. But actually, yeah, if you want to, so in this instance, this will actually work like machine, like patterns and scenes. If you do it that way you can have a second variation. Like say for instance, I did do that. Okay, that might be the case. So, but let's go here. I'm go back to the first, and I can say first, right, and label this and say second. And I can actually duplicate this, but go make sure the second one is selected. This was going to be the second one. The first one is going to select the first. So whatever I do here on the first won't affect the second time around. It's kind of unique like that. Kind of give it a little color so we can. Cool. So I'll just zoom in some more so you can see what's going on. So you know what I'm saying? You can do what you gotta do right there. You know, whatever you do. And notice how it don't affect, well, actually, let me put that there. I forgot you could do that. I forgot you could do that. Let's switch back over to the other side. I'm picking up on some differences, some of the changes. Check that out. Yeah, so I think, yeah. So instead of changing stuff from here on the side like we used to, they moved it up here. That's exactly what they did. Yeah, that's exactly what they did. So let me see about this. If I delete that and go back here and say I want the resolution to be 32, I can probably. And you know what? I didn't even think about it. Put this back at 16. When you do like that, it also creates a repeat. But you gotta be careful because it's repeating, and you put something in here like in the first half, you thinking you got something different. Like you have this second half to do stuff, but you really don't, because here's what's gonna happen. You see that every change I make is going to affect the duplicate side. See that? You gotta be really careful about that. Right? And then sometimes you like that and you can actually convert this back to a part. So that's available as well. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much. I would say, Cleon, I think that you wouldn't be disappointed. You will not be disappointed. I don't think you would be disappointed either, Black Belt. If you invest in both, I think you will love them both. And the price point is perfect for these devices. You know, at first I didn't like the Atom Pad, but it was only like $1.50. I'm like, you know, it's not that bad. You know, you think about it like that. Man, if it dropped on the market and said $300 for that, I was like, I would have been like, no, no, that's not. And I got it to show y'all and do stuff, and you know, I didn't like it at first when I got it. It was like, this is pretty useful. Like I didn't really care about the form factor. I still really don't, but it's kind of growing on me actually because it's short. I mean, it's small. It You could fit this in your purse if you're a woman. Put this in your purse, yo. Um, I don't know. Like you can have this on your shirt. Can't necessarily put this in your back pocket. If you got big pockets, it'll fit. But it and the SQ is not too much bigger than this. It's just long, but it fits in your backpack. Most MIDI keyboards, you have to buy a bag that's long enough to fit that. Your like 25 key. joints in there, and most of them don't come with the type of functionality that the SQ comes with. So it being small, like these devices being small as it is, and so for instance, try not to pick it up because it's kind of printed in the paint bucket right now, but like I'm in the impact right now and all of my buttons are color coded. You know what I mean? It's kind of cool. I like it. It's really cool. It adds spice. Shift, save, project. What's up? Frown Smoothly Records is in the building. Elliot, I must have for all studio, a must have for all. Yes. I agree. I agree. It's just like having the Ableton Live and you don't have the push. To me, it doesn't make sense. Working with Ableton Live and you don't have the push. But there are some people who do it. The other caveat about this stuff is that if you do have Ableton Live, you can use the SQ with it. Well, I think both of them talk to it, but the SQ can do some nice stuff inside of Ableton Live. Like they actually focus on making that a pretty compatible device to do certain things in there that you can't even do in Studio One. I was like, but because Ableton Live is set up a certain way, the SQ is designed to do stuff so you can pick it up for that as well. Absolutely. So, okay, that was a quick one with patterns. Thumbs up on the video, guys, if you taking something away. Subscribe. I'm not even using Impact right now. I might. I don't know. I like that. I like that. So let's leave that there. So right now, the SQ is about to talk to it. So now I can use the I'm just doing random stuff now. And I can add that real quick with the SQ. Let's put that back. you know, see if I want to do something like that. Let's add a repeat on here right quick. Let's take it down to 1. That's kind of cool. I dig that. Let's get the velocity. Let's bring that down. Yeah. Kind of bring it up in there. Working with patterns. And because I have it routed out separately, I can put a reverb on it. Cool. That works. turn this back off. Let's do that again. I'm feeling superior drummer. Just for the crash, I guess. Nope. Ooh, I'm liking that. That crash sounds a lot better to me. Appreciate that. Frowns. Appreciate that. The demo just ran out for my Studio 5. Going to upgrade soon. Absolutely. Go ahead. Go ahead. Let's get that and bring those down. Need to work on this more. It's not right. Yeah, that's not supposed to be there. Oh, yeah. I gotta make changes here. Wait, what was going on right there? I need to figure out what was going on right there. Oh, it's probably muted. Is it muted? Yes, it is. No, it wasn't. I gotta get these to work. Okay, let's put that back. It probably was just too low. That's probably what it was. Yeah, I gotta figure out a better transition. That's too yeah, it's kind of like a switch. It's like a hard switch. And this section was working before until I put this part in there. Yeah, I don't like those hi-hats. And you gotta be open to deleting stuff you did before. So after listening to it, yeah, what I just did, no. That's a no. It's good where it is. Like the hook is straight where it is. So we're gonna leave it just like that. We just gotta fix this transition better. And what I'm gonna do here is just delete that part. I'm gonna go ahead. Oh, what is that? I'm just gonna go ahead and bounce this part down. And come back in Fairlight. Fairlight got some really cool stuff in here. Really cool stuff in here. I was like, whoa. Whoa. Impact. Really cool, really cool. What about some post stuff? Let's see. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all that this is also coming in through a Effect. It's the easy mix effect. That's why it sounds like that. It's got this. With that being said, I want to see if it translates down here. Okay. All right. It translated. So I could turn the effect off. Atmospheres. I'm ready to switch gears, messing around in this stuff. Okay. I do want to grab this butch. Put this butch big in there. Let's say 5. Are we on channel 5? Yes. Channel 5. I want you to come out of stereo 5. His name is Butch. That works. That might work for the hook. Nope. Yeah. That works. That works. This is Butch. This is Butch. Let's bounce that in place. Probably turn that down just a bit. Oh, okay. So Butch is in there. I'll keep playing with that, but I want to go somewhere else and grab this thing that I use often called Rise and Hit. I'm gonna bring that on in here to the mix. And you can come out of 6. Rise hits. Rye hits. Spelled it. Rye hits. Let's make sure that that's open. Okay. And channel 6. Ooh. About big drums. You know what? I'm gonna shorten this. I can't. Yeah, I can't. I don't know if I want to put that there. Let's turn this back. Okay, get the timing right. Ooh, I didn't want to do that. Yeah, sounds better. What's up, Nasty Nate? Floyd, what's up? Elliot, Adam, pad maps out perfectly for melodics. Absolutely. The demo just ran. Oh, yeah, I read that. Sounding good. Appreciate that. You should save the break for another beat. Nah, I'm gonna keep it there. We're gonna keep it just like that. It's a way to get this. I do it all the time. Do it all the time. I just gotta spend a little more time getting it everything to fit. Switch stuff around. Lock it in. Lock it in. Lock it in. I got a couple ideas already, but I don't think we have time to do that right now. Machine Nick K3 King, salute. Thank you. Thank you. E Nice, what's up? All right. So yeah, it's what I got so far. Oh, I hear a bass. That's what I hear. That's what I hear. How do I want to implement that though? Do I want to bring this one in here? Or do I want to? Nah. I got another idea. I don't really like that. I have another way I can articulate that. You said the arpeggio is swinging for the fence. I don't know quite what you mean by that, but swing. Yeah, I'm not gonna add the bass in here. We almost at 3 hours. So, but we start the stream. The stream was strong. A lot of QA activity. Thumbs up on the video. Subscribe. I appreciate you guys for hanging out with your boy. Gotcha. I figured that's what you meant, because that's your vibe. You always say positive stuff. So, but I just wanted I just wanted to be clear. You know what? Every time I play it, I hear a change that I could do next. And it's like putting stuff in and taking stuff away. So this is what I was hearing. I'm thinking to take that out. Then God, leave that in, take this one out. Da-da-da. So like this. Yeah. Right. Don't like that crash. Take it out. Nope. It's too acousticy. Usually it works, but you trying to hit home. Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal. And it takes time sometimes. Stuff like this. Yeah. You can throw some lyrics on that. Yep. I will have to I have a few people I'm going to get something on this from. So what headphones am I using? I am using these headphones called it's by Status Audio. I really like these. You see me wear these a lot in my videos. The link to that is in the description. It's like an Amazon link of all like gear. So in there is like a list of like all of the things I use. Just scroll a little bit further to the bottom, I think, like the gear list, and you can check them out. Yeah, I like these. These are pretty cool. It's either I wear either these or my AKG headphones, the K702s. It's the mixture between both. But these are pretty dope for closed backs. The AKGs are open backs. I use the AKGs for mixing and my monitors, of course. What's your plan with all these beats you have made up to this day? That's a good question. That's a very good question. So a lot of things happens throughout time. Some of these beats get requested for like you know, normal viewers. And they be like, "Hey, bro, did you do something with that beat? Can I have it?" And then I could say yay or nay and fix it up, revisit it, and then send it to them, send them an invoice, you know what I'm saying? Get paid for it. And then, that's one thing that happens to them. Other times I'll send them to TV for placement. Sometimes they sit on my SoundCloud app, which I haven't did in a while. I have to upload more stuff on there. Sometimes they just sit on my hard drive. It kind of just depends. I'm trying to come up with. I'm gonna put them on BeatStars. A few of them. I'm gonna put them on there and see what they do. And then there are other times, like recently, like I showed y'all R&B joint. That one is already counted for. I have an artist I'm working with, because a lot of times when I go live, I'll be doing stuff. I'll show y'all stuff with like real work that I'm working with, and then show y'all like a feature inside of Studio One, how it works in conjunction with the workflow. But it be stuff I'm, like real work. So sometimes that's the case as well. And I also get a lot of work just doing stuff, just stream, get picked up sometimes doing different things. So yeah, so that's kind of what happens. Yeah, I gotta have the right person on the song. I'm gonna clean it up some more though, because I feel like it's in some areas it might be too busy, and then it's just all about smooth transition. Maybe I can show y'all the final results when I'm done with it. this is one of those songs that I have to treat with care. You can't just throw anything on it. It's one of them kind of songs. It's like you like any type of sound you can't just throw on it. That's why I had a little struggle yesterday when we streamed. It was like nothing was inspiring me, and it's like it took me a little longer than usual, and I had to like really, really, really go through my stuff and find something that. So we got to this point. I had to pull out some stuff, and yeah. So sometimes it be like that. I might have to change the patterns, some areas. You got to be able to do that. Like it might sound dope then, and then you listen to the full song, like, oh no, that's not dope. I need to change this up. So I almost made a shift. Hitting the wrong buttons. What's the best way to download beats and put it on your software? That depends on where you download them from. But Studio One can see MP3s and WAV files. And you just drag them in. Drag them in from wherever you are. And then what I would suggest is finding the BPM and stuff like that. That way it locks, because if your BPM, if the track is 140, but you got the session set to like 110 or something like that, then you can run into issues. I mean, you won't, but in the event that you need to add delays or like lining stuff up, copy and pasting from section to section, you got to be able to identify the BPM of the actual beat or samples or time stretches. It depends on what you're doing. Usually when I get a track from someone, like if I'm mixing, I find the BPM of the music I'm working with. And the artist is supposed to tell you, or the producer is supposed to tell you what the BPM is, because that's very important to have that information, and then go from there. All right, guys, that's it for me. That's it for me. So this is what we got. Once again, my name is Ellip from Creative Sound. And you guys take care out there. Thumbs up on the video if you haven't had the chance to do so. Subscribe if you're new here. And stay tuned for episode 24 tomorrow. Remember, music is art, you're the artist. Paint your picture, guys. Stay creative without rules. Sometimes the singer that sings on the track helps move the track. I may not need to do nothing to this. The singer might do something to, right? So, depends on who you're working with. It's a lot of factors that goes in this stuff.